Hi folks, I'm James and welcome to episode 38 of I Don't Want to Hold Your Hand, the Beatles Quarantine Catalog, where I am attempting to play all 248 Beatles songs in chronological order while I am still stuck inside. As always, I'm on YouTube, Instagram, and Venmo in case you would like to subscribe, follow, or support the series. If you don't have any change to spare, please consider just sharing this video with your friends or your enemies, and every view helps. In the spirit of the Beatles, particularly John Lennon, please continue to protest, keep trying to change the world. A lot needs to be changed. In the meantime, let's talk about the Beatles. It's July 30th, 1963. The Beatles are in Abbey Road Studios recording songs for their second album with the Beatles. They are 4 songs into the recording process for that album. All 4 songs have been covers of Motown tunes. But today we are breaking that streak because for the first and only time in the entire catalog, the Beatles are about to cover a Broadway show tune. At this point in the Beatles' career, Paul McCartney's musical tastes and the genres that he's into are a bit more varied than John's are. John loves rock and roll, he loves skiffle, and that's sort of where he's at the moment. But Paul has a non-rock and roll side to him. He has a theatrical music hall side to him that he got from his father. Paul's father had a band himself called the Jim Mack Band, I believe. And that band used to play music halls in Liverpool. And so some of the first music that Paul would have ever have fallen in love with would have been more of the orchestral, theatrical, music hall side of things. Which explains why Paul's first song he ever wrote was a Sinatra-esque tune called Suicide, and one of his first songs he ever wrote was When I'm 64, which is obviously not very rock and roll. It's very, very theatrical and music hall. And down the line, Paul's gonna write Honey Pie and Your Mother Should Know and Maxwell's Silver Hammer, these songs that have such a theatrical nature to them. This is the music that John would describe as granny music, and this is one of the many reasons that John and Paul will slowly grow apart. But Paul's taste in music, regardless of whether John liked it or not, would explain why a song from a Broadway musical could slip into their live sets and slip onto their second album. The song I am talking about, of course, is Till There Was You from the legendary Broadway musical, The Music Man. The Music Man originally opened on Broadway in 1957 and ran for over 1,300 performances, or around 4 years, which in Broadway terms is a pretty long time. And the original cast album of The Music Man was also a smash hit, and it sat on the US charts for 245 weeks, which even in Beatles terms is a very long time. The Music Man has music and lyrics by Meredith Willson, who also wrote a couple other musicals, a few film scores, and the song It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas. If you don't know the show, towards the end of The Music Man, when everything's sort of blowing up, the 2 romantic leads, played originally by Robert Preston and Barbara Cook, they share this beautiful duet called Till There Was You, and it would be that version on the original cast album that Paul McCartney would have heard and brought to the boys to say, we got to do this song. The Beatles version, of course, will not be a ballad or a duet. It's a bit more up-tempo with a Latin feel to it. Ringo even leaves the drum set to play the bongos on this one. Things to listen for in this song. This is the first Beatles tune on the official Beatles catalog. Not my really long list of every single song they ever wrote, but the official songs that they released on albums and singles. This is the first one to feature no backup vocals. It's just Paul. He's the only voice on this tune. Chord-wise, this song is as jam-packed with juicy, cool, jazzy chords as a song can possibly get. Though I do want to point out there are some chords in this tune that the Beatles do love to use. They did not write this song, but they did sort of orchestrate it. They picked the chords that would go well in this Latin version. So there is an appearance of the same chords that appeared in Do You Want to Know a Secret and Ask Me Why. If you remember those videos, we talked about how in the future they will use those chords again. This is the song I was talking about. They might even use them again in the future. I'm not sure, but anytime you hear these, that stepwise motion, they love using those chords. It's very cool. It appears in a lot of songs, and I'm sure we'll hear them again somewhere down the line. This song is all about George Harrison. The guitar playing is amazing, his chord choices are amazing, and his solo is unbelievable. it's like the Beatles weren't a rock band suddenly, and this is what they did. They did covers of standards because they nail this. Every inch of this song, it's like this is what they do, but Till There Was You is unlike anything that they've done up to this point. So major points to Paul to be able to sing this genre as well as rock and roll, and George to be able to play a song like this, like he's a guitarist in Paul McCartney's father's band playing in music halls. This is mind-blowing stuff. And that's really the biggest thing to listen for in this tune, is just how different Till There Was You is from the rest of their catalog up to this point. And it's not an accident. The Beatles, and especially Brian Epstein, knew that if they could record a show tune, something a little more old-fashioned, they could appeal to the young audience as always, because it's the Beatles, but maybe the parents that are buying these records for their kids, or the parents that have to listen to these records over and over again, might be able to enjoy this as well. So this song is definitely a way to appeal to a wider audience, which does explain why they do play it for the Queen, and they do play it on the Ed Sullivan Show as well. And that's it for Till There Was You. It's a beautiful song, and I'm excited to play it for you, but I'm way more excited to play this for you than I have other songs, because I have a bunch of special guests joining me for this tune. I will be just playing guitar on this tune. I'll play a little bit of the lead stuff from here and there, but playing bass on this tune, as we've met in this series before, is my father, John Penka. He taught me everything I know. He will be playing bass with me, but making his first appearance in the Beatles catalog, playing the very, very complicated solo that's beyond my guitar playing abilities, is my brother, John Penka, also John Penka. So we got my dad and my brother, and then why not get everybody in on this one? Singing the lead vocal for you will be my sister, Haley Penka. So we got everybody except my mom. My mom doesn't sing. She does, she just won't. But we've got everybody in my family helping me out with this tune, and this has been a lot of fun to put together. I hope you all enjoy it. This is Beatles song number 38, featuring the Penka Family Band. This is Till There Was You.
There were bells on a hill, but I never